Yo, Flips, what's up? It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. Really glad you could make it. It's good to see you all. We do have PJ Cruikshank, Al, Luca, and Senor Roger in the house. How you guys doing?
Oh, good.
It is going good. It's pretty
Yeah,
hectic.
Wonderful.
I thought you were
It's
playing
pretty-
music. It wasn't. It was me. It was. I had to do my YouTube.
I hope you guys
Another
have.
video.
I hope you guys have recuperated from that painful 8 hours we had to do.
I mean, I just fell asleep during it.
Crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, like I just went to sleep because I was very tired.
I see, Roger, you've already sent a super chat. Thank you for your $2 super chat, Roger Ledwell, for Professor Dave making more flat earthers.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave Farina, for getting that 61% on that poll. Beautiful. Love it. Absolute retard, Dave.
Yep. Roger, you rock. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Appreciate everybody in the YouTube land. Thank you for coming. Please do share the show. Hit the likes. Appreciate you all. So tonight we're going to be looking through that debate. We obviously missed it last night because we were busy with other stuff. But
Yeah, we had a riveting
now?
video. We had a riveting 20-hour video to watch, and
yeah, so we're watching that now at least. Which is gonna be. I've heard it was quite bad, to be honest. Very unorganized.
No way, Luca left. Let's go.
Yeah, so we'll see what's going to happen. The Quartering is a cool channel. I do like the Quartering. I watch quite a bit of his stuff.
Oh, really,
Usually doesn't
man?
do Flat Earth. He usually doesn't do Flat Earth though, so it was weird to see him do Flat Earth stuff.
What do you watch him for? Flat side.
Mostly he shorts though. He usually shows really, stupid car runs and stuff, but he's really cool. But,
Yeah,
that's
I mean, like his channel's pretty decent, but he was really up Dave's arse in this debate.
But that would be the thing. Remember, he's also going to want Dave to come back as well. So he's obviously going to lick some.
Yeah, I
ass
know, but he could have
Man.
like rejected and told Dave to shut up because he was just over talking like every single 5 seconds. It was so annoying.
But that is Dave, though. I mean, we all know that is Dave. Dave Arena is a narcissistic prick who doesn't stop over talking constantly, especially because he can't get his way.
Dickhead
And that's
Dave.
why Dave is very, how can I put it? He's very selective on who he debates and where he debates.
yeah, the hubris in him is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know a reason he overtalks.
Sorry.
I
Right.
think I know a reason Dave overtalks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because he doesn't like people getting their point out.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they say too many things.
No.
Flat earthers talk a lot, so Dave has to interrupt and go, "Oh, hold on,
No.
we're not going past this. You said this thing, we're going back to it."
Are you
Yeah.
talking from bias, maybe? Because that was a
Well,
load
no.
of crap. That was a load of crap, Luca. Honestly.
That was word salad.
Anyway. Yeah, but it's good to have you guys here. And happy Father's Day, by the way, to everybody. Hope you had a great Father's Day and are having a great Father's Day. I think let's get into it and see what the hell is going on. Because I haven't watched a second of this, by the way.
No, me.
Fresh to me.
Because I knew you'd be
Going
doing-
on,
Didn't.
everybody. Jeremy here from the Quartering, here to discuss some flat Earth stuff. I accidentally ended.
Okay, at least I know I'm a bit more professional than what he's doing now.
I've done that though. Looked around and I'm like,
I
what's going
accidentally
on? Right
ended
in
the other stream, so hopefully they'll come in.
Now I don't
Sorry,
feel too bad.
Dave and Austin, come on in to. I sent a new link to you guys. Hold on a second.
Well, while he's still talking about this, I've actually been working
I'm
hard
sure
on
they'll
that
figure it out
documentary.
momentarily.
Cool.
Yeah, it might take a month or two to get it finished, but it's going to be well worth it.
Well, if you spend 4 months in it, I'd expect a lot better of a
So,
documentary.
I will
than
now
Veritas
debate myself.
we watched yesterday.
Yeah.
No, they'll
He's debating himself. Yeah.
there we go. Okay, sorry. All right. So Dave has found his way back. I sent
Okay, let's
the
just get to
link.
where they
Okay, a
actually start
topic
the
that
paper.
day. No,
Because it's
Hey,
have-
Joe, good
we're
to
going to
see
do
you,
the
man.
7-minute minutes topics that
Yeah.
purpose of perhaps different to me,
Get
but
to
more
the debate.
educational. Dave explains. He's linked. All of his
Oh,
channels
hello.
are linked. He's on YouTube. He should also be on Rumble because reasons. Dave, welcome. How are you today?
Farina.
Good. How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for
Mr.
being
Freedom
here.
Wheat.
And then we've got Austin.
There's the Austin.
You might know him as Witsit
Hello.
on Twitter. He's got a YouTube channel. I assume
There
I don't
you
know. You should have a
Dave's
Rumble channel too, but his their YouTube channels are both linked in the description below. I recommend you hear them both out. And I guess we're going to talk about
It's very unorganized, by the
flat
way.
Earth, and we're going to start the
That's
clock
what I told
at
you yesterday. It was
the
bad. dude.
7-minute mark for Dave. If you're ready,
Dude, the quartering, Jeremy is an awesome guy. Guys, do go subscribe. I did stick his link in the description. I do like his content a lot. But I think when it comes to like live streaming like this,
And debate.
yeah, it might be a different story. Yeah. But it's weird to have actually seen Dave Farina trying to debate again and against Witsit of all people. That's like, wow.
Oh.
The David Weiss one was
David-
bad enough as it was. It's all ad hominem.
So we should ask Dave, when am I getting my opportunity? Oh, wait. He says my channel's too small.
God.
I know. I heard.
Yeah.
What an
If you get rid of that eye on your channel, you'll be fine. Leslie.
Do you know what it is? Like, once you get up to a
What
million,
eye?
once you get up
That's
to a
what-
million,
That's what I was asking this morning too. I didn't get
Because
it.
I was on Cheswick's live streams. There was awesome stuff, Mr. Cheswick.
Yeah.
And there was some Bean dude. I have no idea who the hell he is. Bean Dean or whatever. And he's calling me a shill and saying I had an eye logo, the one all-seeing eye logo.
when?
I have no idea what the guy's talking about. I don't know the guy from a bar of soap.
Yeah,
he
I
says-
think he's talking about your stick figure guy.
I don't know.
The one you use when you go into like Dave's.
He has
and you
no
go
one
on-
eye. He's got two eyes. Every single logo I've ever had always has two eyes.
What is he on about? The one like when you come into mine, it's a moving avatar you've got. Is that the one he's on about?
I don't know. The guy says I
The
had
one
an
that's colored, yeah.
all-seeing one all-seeing eye or something as a
Yeah.
logo. So he called me a shill, and he
Oh,
says I removed it because he told me to. I'm like, I don't know you from a bar of soap. It's the first time I've ever seen you in his chat.
I seen that.
He
when you
kept
were,
going on after you were gone too, dude.
I've,
You're a shill. You are.
yeah, I've seen
Okay.
that in Germans when you and Dave debated in Germans, or it might have been another time, but no, it was when you and Dave debated in Germans. I think it was someone. I can't remember the guy's name, but someone in chat said that. He was messaging Jaren, I think, saying, Jaren, I suppose it's too late to tell you it's not a good idea to have flats here. Shill that he is, that type of thing. Forgot about that. So yeah, somebody said it there as
Very
well.
weird.
It was.
Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
But it's good to see you all in chat. What's up? Hey, you, Chris. Good to see you. Yeah, Dave kind of looks down on people with smaller channels for some odd reason.
Yeah, I think what it is, once you get 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers, you'll be more intelligent, Flats, and you'll be his level to be able to debate them. That's what it is.
Yeah, probably. But it's good to see everybody. And in the YouTube lands, what's up? I mean, in TikTok as well. Please hit the likes, share the show. Woohoo!
Is that Solve backstage, is it? Or is he
Yeah,
in?
so yeah, he's in.
Oh, he's in.
How's it
He's
going?
in.
Hey, Dave.
Okay.
Where am I?
You're lost in space, dude.
I don't see
There
you.
you are. There you are.
Hey.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Boy,
bro.
what a
Hey.
lambaste. The poor guy got freaking lambasted. He had to jump to his only tactic, and that was interruption,
Yep.
ridicule, He jumped in there. Even these guys crack me up. Wait till you see him with his bottle of fucking salad dressing. Ah,
I
This
laughed
guy.
at
I
that.
saw it. I
That
saw
was really
someone's
funny.
thumbnail with the salad dressing. I was like, what?
That was
That's all
really
word
funny.
salad to me. You know, croutons, the cheddar,
These people don't know what word salad is. Okay, word salad is this. Okay, and it's a condition that happens to people with their minds start to go. Then they'll say, "Ball tree store go find."
Mm.
Okay, that's word salad. Okay, it's not saying words that your limited vocabulary is too dumb to
see-
pick up on or look up after you go, oh, there's a word I never ran across. Let me see. You
You
know,
see, the thing is, it becomes word salad because they don't understand the words
That's what I'm
coming out of a person's mouth.
Then he
It's
goes
as simple
straight
as that. As soon
caveman.
as they
though.
don't have an understanding of what's said, then it's word
when
salad.
they're on a device that has the information at their fingertips.
You know,
So instead of acting like you're a stupid ass and don't know anything, real quick, look
Look
for
it
the
up.
definition of that word real quick and see if you can play it off a little bit. No, these guys gonna go, I don't understand what you say. Oh.
It's a word salad.
Okay. I think
Go
let's
ahead.
get on to the debate and see what's going to happen.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Yep,
I'm on
just,
defense.
present here. How do
That on the bottom.
share screen, right?
Yep. If I can actually drop out too. If
Guys,
there's-
please hit
if-
the
if
likes,
we need more
share the
room on
show.
screen, you
Really,
know?
really do appreciate
Yep,
all
there's
the
that.
support.
Can we
No,
see
I
the
can
slides?
add it. Yep,
You got
I
it all?
can- Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so
Ready?
I'm gonna shut up. I mean, I'll keep it to. So I got 4:37 now on my clock. So at
Cool.
well, just flip to 4:38. So go ahead.
Okay. So we're here to talk about flat Earth versus globe Earth. Austin is going to pretend to defend the flat Earth. He will do so with
Okay.
two tactics, which I will undermine right now. First, he will pretend that the default position is that it's just totally flat. Just observe and see how flat it is. So
That could be guys. That's actually a concession already from Dave, by the way,
yeah, of course.
because that is the default position.
Mm-hmm.
Notice, guys, this is Dave's opening though, because why is he now trying to divine what Witsit would be saying? So this is actually just a concession from Dave from his first opening. Default position, it's totally flat. So in other words,
Well,
we can say, yes,
actually-
Dave. So we can agree, guys. Dave
Yes,
is
we can.
actually just a flat earther.
Mm.
He understands it's flat. He just can't accept it. He knows it's default to be flat. Welcome
Well,
to
they
Flat
try
Earth,
to-
Dave Arena.
Well,
They try to
actually,
switch that around because everybody thinks that. I'm sorry. Observed reality does not go along with what you think.
It has nothing to do with opinion. You
Just
don't
wanna throw that out
observe
there.
a moving Earth. You don't observe Earth curve. You don't observe your beloved space spinning, warping. You don't observe anything you guys claim to have a belief. There is just literally what we see, and that's observation. It doesn't matter about your opinions. Yes, Luca.
Yeah.
Sorry, what you want to say?
actually, right after Professor Dave's opening, Witsit's opening is the default position is flat Earth. So,
So,
so Dave
Sure.
is correct here in saying that Witsit will say the default position is flat Earth. He is correct.
yeah, but Dave's opening before Witsit even opens. So in other words, he's conceding that he knows the default position is flat. That's our point, Luca.
He's trying to be defensive because he knows that people, when you hear a bit of logic, it's just silliness. They don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Dave's only valid point he made was the star rotation in the southern hemisphere and versus the northern hemisphere. That's the only point that I ever
But we'll
saw him make in the whole
continue.
debate.
We'll continue. Don't
Okay,
worry.
let's see. Let's carry on with Dave. See what.
the burden of proof is on the
Because he
globies to prove
explained.
it is a
Yeah.
globe. No, that's false. All of observations since antiquity have only make sense on a spherical Earth. Looking at the sun, moon, stars, only makes sense on a sphere. That's how we've
false.
known the Earth is a sphere for 2,500 years. Furthermore, if you deny a globe, most things don't make any sense. Day, night, seasons, weather, tides, Coriolis, geological phenomena like volcanoes, earthquakes, technology, communications, simple things like line of sight increasing with altitude.
All this is wrong.
Mhm.
Every
That's
single
your
thing he
favorite.
just said is wrong.
Coriolis. Yeah, right
Mhm.
there.
And because
Coriolis is the only thing that's the only thing he got right. Yeah, because the Earth, the flat Earth doesn't move. So Coriolis would be correct. Day and night, yep. Sun moves away, it's nighttime. Well done. Seasons, yeah, the sun's closer or further away. There.
So
Weather.
let me just tell you how dangerous this type of thinking is real quick. My wife was down in Florida, right, this last week, and they were doing this thing with the dolphins. And there was a crescent moon out, and this guy was telling his kids, said, see, the tide doesn't come in as much because it's only a crescent moon, and the moon doesn't have as much gravity because it's only a quarter lit.
Wow.
She told me that. I said, did you say
What?
anything? She says, no. I just walked away. I couldn't listen.
Wow.
The size of the
Wow.
moon changed during the quarter, right? The mass of it disappeared.
It's
Yeah.
obviously the light that causes the gravity of the moon or something. I guess. I don't know.
So if it's in shadow, it doesn't have gravity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So light attracting mass is gravity. Yeah. So it's not mass attracting mass, it's light attracting.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
no.
anyway,
Jesus.
so all he's got correct is Coriolis. Volcanoes, yeah, why wouldn't that work on a flat Earth? It just comes out of the ground. Earthquakes
I
work
know.
on the ground. Technology, it's got absolutely to do nothing with the shape of the Earth. Communications, probably he's never heard of LoRaWAN C or LoRaWAN E before, or LoRaWAN D. I mean, any ground communications today, they still use the ground-based GPS. I mean,
The radar.
the
is
military
due to
uses
space, too.
ground-based GPS.
Any radar, any sonar, it's all based on space.
Yeah. This is just the weirdest thing. Line of sight. That's literally
Uh-huh.
flat
Globe
Earth.
killer.
And altitude. Yeah, altitude can
I
work on
have one for the full moon.
What about full moon?
Well,
What is
think about this with volcanoes, man. Think about this with volcanoes. Have you ever popped a pimple? Are you a globe? Are you a globe? No, you're not.
It
And
makes you glad.
because of the stuff that came out, does that mean that the whole inside of you is made out of pus?
Well, it depends on who you are. If you're McToon, you probably are.
You know, that's what they think. See, that lava comes out. That means that the inside of the earth is made out of lava.
Oh,
You know,
that's
it's
crazy.
like, no, it doesn't mean that at all. Shut up.
But I mean, this is the. I mean, Dave Farina's, supposed to be this great globe defender, brilliant debater, and this is
Yeah.
No, you got it wrong, Flashboy.
Level-
He's a science communicator. Sorry.
and this is the level of not science he's bringing up, by the way.
Science
Okay,
communicator.
terrestrial motion,
Wow.
Yeah.
terrestrial motion falls under Coriolis, so he's actually just repeated himself.
A science,
And
science,
and
science
gravity, what
more
is
like
that?
Science fabricator, maybe.
And gravity, what's that, guys? First, have to
We
show
have
us
no
what
idea.
gravity is.
My theory on gravity is that there's a magic council of elves inside the earth that are willing things to react at different times, different ways, and they're called the Great Council of Gravity. Prove me wrong, right?
Okay, how
Same
many
freaking
elves do you have
idea.
down there, Dave? How many elves are there
Doesn't
Uh,
matter.
in the
That's
council?
classified.
Doesn't matter. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I believe it. I believe it right now.
All right, there you go.
Absolutely.
I had a boss that believes in beer gnomes too. So.
Terrestrial motion, gravity, none of it makes sense if you deny that the Earth is a globe. Speaking of gravity in particular, I know that Austin will be very eager to talk about his electric gravity bullshit. Here are some reasons why that is
You already got
stupid.
it wrong.
He cannot.
Electric gravity. It's not electric.
Ooh, electric.
There's 33
Amplified?
elves.
He's
Okay.
the thing I think that he doesn't understand is with his electrostatics, dielectrics, it gives the direction. It doesn't give
I know.
the 9.8 per meter squared. What gives the 9.8 per meter squared is the density, the relative density disequilibrium of the object.
Yep.
He's just saying the electric,
RDD?
static electric, the dielectric magnetism just gives the direction. That's what he's claiming. He doesn't say that
Downward
gives.
bias.
Yeah, he's saying that's what gives it its bias to know the vector. That's it. Okay.
Against gravity.
Let's-
All right. There we go.
This is further.
Not derive 9.81 meters per second squared. He cannot explain why this value is based on Earth's mass. He cannot explain why G varies precisely with Earth's radius.
Based on Earth's mass. It's only based on Earth's mass in your paradigm, mate. It says nothing to do with flat Earth. Why does he have to have it based on Earth's mass?
Luke,
So
why are
he's
you
already
applying
got a-
gravity to a plane? Stop writing in chat that crap. Luch.
Yeah, quit
What?
copying and pasting Chat GPT shit into the private chat. It's irritating. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
No, gravity has nothing to do with flight that I
But
know of.
you agree that it's a perfect explanation,
No,
right?
it's not,
No.
because it invokes imaginary things. When you invoke imaginary things into your explanation, the whole explanation becomes imaginary. Okay?
Mhm.
That's all. You can't mix fantasy with fact and expect it to be fact. It doesn't work.
Yeah. And another thing, it says G varies precisely with Earth's radius altitude. That's also false. It keeps changing. It's inconsistent. And also, the G is literally just acceleration. That doesn't make it caused by gravity just because you say it is.
Doesn't it have more to do with just air pressure around you and
Temperature, air pressure, many things.
and it varies all the time, so they got to avoid storms. And,
Yep.
such. Yeah.
They have an average. That's why 9.8 meters per second squared, guys. It's just an average, by the way, because it's
Yep.
not exactly at 8. Yeah. I know it's
Changes during a lightning storm too.
Mhm.
What? Weird, isn't it? I guess it's
Can't
electric
make
gravity.
anything. There is a can't make anything significantly massive fall up. Yeah, it's called a helium balloon.
I think they get into that later.
I just they're going to have one as big as several football fields. That's going to take like 50 people up in this thing. It costs like $50,000 a seat. You go up there for 12 hours at 120,000 feet, and you get served really cool food. You're in a pressurized capsule. You get to look out the windows. It's real luxury and everything. But that balloon is as big as like 2 or 3 Astrodomes.
Nice.
You know, and so what are you talking about, Dave?
He doesn't have it. That's what I said. This is embarrassing, Dave.
You're saying a rock can't go up.
What?
Not by
Like
itself,
a
dude.
rock.
A what?
No,
Go up.
Luch, Dave is making a claim that nothing can go significantly massive fall up. Yeah, a large helium balloon. Has he ever heard of the Hindenburg before? Hydrogen.
Well,
Come
there's
on.
Thousands of those, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
the
a
gra-
large, it's a really massive, large thing which falls up. in these-
Helium balloons.
The Graf
are
Zeppelin
very
was
light.
twice. I think the Graf
Hydrogen balloons
Zeppelin
do
was
better.
twice the size of the Hindenburg.
Yep.
The Hindenburg's
Helium
only
balloons,
famous because that was the big disaster. But they had dirigibles that were bigger than the Hindenburg that were going. They were it was a company. They went all the way, South America, the United States. They went all around the world, and it was inexpensive. Electric motors, harnessing and charging off of the electricity in the air, man.
Yeah.
How can you get
There-
any cheaper?
There
I'm
is
gonna give you
one
a
thing
fun
that
fact. Sorry.
Yeah, there is one thing that Dave did put on here that is correct. This is exactly why I said I don't support Witsit's diamagnetic acceleration because of this one point. No discrepancy in motion of objects with differing properties: paramagnetism, diamagnetism, and ferromagnetic. Just because of that, that's one of the main issues I do have with what Witsit's pushing, because you would have different accelerator properties. You'll have attraction and pushing away, which we don't see.
I think it's because they want to lure you into this idea that it's one main cause. Okay, it's not. I agree that the electrostatics set the condition. That just sets the
It's
condition.
part of it. It's
Okay.
definitely part of it, but I wouldn't say it gives it its bias, though. What they're trying to say, I just think it is part of the dance, you could say.
I-
You know, when
I-
we say
the way
you,
I put it,
when
though,
we
the
say
way
you
I-
can have more than one cause for the same effect.
Right. That's why I say it's what's responsible for the direction. The condition has already been set, and buoyancy and density just sorts it all out. You know,
Yeah,
that's it. It's not the cause of why things fall. That condition's already set. It's just like that balloon example in the car. What happened now? We got gravity going sideways and frontwards and backwards now?
Just displacement. Yeah,
That's funny. Yeah.
exactly.
There were people seeing the coast of Africa from Brazil during these flights too, and they told everybody, "Oh, you're not seeing that; it's refraction." They came up with that excuse back then. They even have an article. Continental put it out, and they developed the whole scale on that, the refractive scale. That's what they put it on. Anthony Riley pulled that citation up there in the middle of one of the debates. Like, yeah, that's pretty nice. So you can see Africa from Brazil. Amazing.
Yeah. And then he says, no difference over grass, sand, water, or concrete. Things fall at the same rate regardless of elevation. This is against the globe, by the way, because the globe's paradigm is mass inversely proportional to the square root of distance. Okay? So that's globe there. That's got nothing to do with the flat earth.
And your altitude. Despite electromagnetism being both attractive and repulsive, he cannot make anything significantly massive fall up. And no, his little middle school science project with a piece of styrofoam doesn't count. He cannot explain why there's no discrepancy in the motion of objects with differing properties, paramagnetic, diamagnetic, ferromagnetic. Cannot explain why there's no difference in activity over differing substances of different conductivities, grass, sand, water, concrete. He cannot explain why things fall at the same rate regardless of elevation. His electrostatic field dissipates with elevation until it disappears, yet things still fall. So, Austin,
That is actually a good point, though, Dave. Where it does disappear at a certain
I'll be honest.
So that's why I said I think it's just part of the game. I don't think it's the reason for things having the directional bias. I think it's just part of it.
The default position. This is the position that correlates with all observations and every nook and cranny of our knowledge about the physical world. If you would like to make a case for the contrary, feel free to do so and make sure to bring quantitative predictions. The second tactic he will use is because he knows the flat earth is so unbelievably indefensible, he will try to obfuscate by turning it into a discussion of geocentrism versus heliocentrism. He does this because he relies on using word salad about esoteric topics in modern physics, like relativity and certain experiments from the 19th and 20th centuries. Unfortunately, though, for him, geocentrism utilizes a spherical earth.
Only if you're using geocentrism with a spherical earth. You can still have it over a flat plate too, Dave.
It does. It does.
You can have it over a flat plane too, Luca. You don't need it only over a sphere.
But
Geocentrism is not. Wait, let me put it this way. Geocentrism is not, and I repeat, is not just structured to a globe.
No.
It's
You
not
can have
inclusive
it structured
to it.
to a damn pyramid if you wanted to.
But the people that made geocentrism, or the geocentric model,
Geocentrism
said
started
that
off
it
with
was a
flat
globe.
Earth and then a sphere, and then it became heliocentric sphere. Luca.
The
It's,
whole-
it's
the whole
developed
term-
on the sphere, the sky. Sorry.
The whole term, Luca, geo, earth, centric, center. It doesn't matter if it's a gob of bubble gum, okay? If it's at the center, then it's at the center, okay? Geocentric. It doesn't, just because some asshat back a long time ago said, oh, it's a globe and it doesn't turn. It doesn't mean they got the corner market on what geocentric means.
Yeah.
Okay. And just because Richard Feynman says, oh, science doesn't prove things, kiss my ass, I disagree. You're not the god of science.
So why do you think science proves things?
I
Because
think
it
it
narrows
proves
things down, dude.
I still stand by science does prove things, a hypothesis.
Yeah, that's the whole point behind the thing. You eliminate all your nulls, all the variables that you have. You eliminate all until you get to the approximate
You get
cause
to the
and effect.
So you get to the
But science is always evolving.
Well, they're finding new things as they go. Yes, but I mean
They're
that doesn't change
updating
what they've
all the
already.
information.
Okay, then, Luca, let me ask you this way. When they discovered fire burns things, and let's say they made a hypothesis that fire burns things. If they found something else that burned things as well, does that make now fire not burning things false?
No.
Because fire still burns things, correct?
Yeah.
So there we go. Science proved the hypothesis that fire burns things.
It's just a
Yeah.
quick way to oxidize something like rust. It's the same thing. It's the same principle. It's entropy. It eventually it's the fast way of doing it, dude. Light it
I
on
mean,
fire.
stuff like gravity and stuff. That's what I
Gravity's
meant.
not science.
No
No
Because,
one
haven't
has
proven
ever been able to manipulate the independent variable of gravity because no one even knows what gravity is. You can't manipulate an independent variable if you don't even know what you need to manipulate.
I
They
don't want to
haven't-
get blamed. I don't want to get blamed again for holding, for doing my tactic of, diverging from the
Well,
original
you're
point.
doing
So
it.
let's get back to it.
You're doing it
So-
pretty
so-
well right now, Luch. So
Okay,
question-
let's get back to the debate then.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
That's right. The Ptolemaic geocentric model that was used from antiquity until Copernicus uses a spherical Earth.
Yeah, but there was still geocentrism before Ptolemy, dude. Does
And
this
it's-
guy think that that was the first geocentric model ever postulated?
Ptolemy's
Yeah,
not the end all of it.
Copernicus, Dave.
No.
It's Copernicus. Get it right, Dave.
So, if he would like to change the topic of the debate completely from flat Earth versus round Earth to geocentrism versus heliocentrism, I'm willing to entertain that if he first admits that the Earth is a sphere. And he
Wow.
has to mean it. If he is unable to make that concession, I will continually drag him back to very simple, naked eye observations and basic logic that prove the Earth is a sphere without any understanding of physics whatsoever. Number one, the observations of the stars. In the northern hemisphere, the stars rotate counterclockwise.
You see, this is where it would be different with if you debated me. I would say, dude, we live on the ground. We don't need to go to
Yes.
the sky.
Yes.
Well, that's where
We're
he
going to
goes.
prove
Take
that the Earth is a globe by looking at the sky. It's like that picture he had. We've known the Earth was a globe, and here's a picture of a guy looking in the sky to prove it. It's like, how asinine is that? I wonder if my Jeep has enough gas in it. I know how I'll check. I'll go see what color shingles my neighbor has on his roof. That,
yeah, that
Yeah,
does it. Does it?
But think about it. This is actually where Witsit was falling for his trap. But I do know Witsit likes to debate in the sky. So, yeah, Dave played on that. And if it was me on the other hand, I would have said, we don't need to go to the sky. And you don't need to dictate to me what I need to debate about. And because that's exactly what Dave's doing. He's dictating to Witsit what he should be debating about, which that's not how it works. So hopefully Witsit's going to tell him, listen, yeah, dude, this is my arguments. You're not going to tell me what my arguments are.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
In the southern hemisphere, they rotate clockwise. This makes absolutely no sense on the pizza land. Why would the sky be
Pizza land.
rotating in opposite directions just
God.
depending on where you're standing? Also, why can't we all see the same stars? If you have a line of sight to a star, you should be able to see it.
Easy.
Both of these make perfect sense.
Easy. Can you see the Eiffel Tower from your house, David? No, you can't, Dave.
No.
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 Yeah. So why would you expect to see stars thousands of miles away where you are?
Because, he's saying you can't see them because the Earth is in the way. Just
There's
like
more
you
than the
can't
Earth
see
in the way,
Eiffel
dude.
Tower because the Earth is in the way.
Okay, let's put it this way, Luca. Can you see the so-called ISS if it's in the northern hemisphere while you're in the south?
No.
Is it higher than the Earth curve?
Well, if you're in the south and it's in the north, then the Earth would definitely be in the way.
Let's say if it's higher than your Earth curve. Should you see it?
Above the horizon.
No, because the Earth is in the way.
No, he's saying if it's
Doesn't
above
even
the
help
horizon.
talking to Luca. Let's just go on. The guy doesn't understand. If something higher than curve, you should see. We don't see even higher than curve, so therefore not curve.
It's just
Sense on a rotating sphere, you have two celestial poles,
Hold on,
and the Earth is rotating, and then you can't see through the Earth. That's
Sorry,
why you
Luca,
can't
we're
see
listening
certain
to the
stars.
debate, man.
So
Okay.
in the north, can't see Southern Cross. In the south, can't see Polaris. Speaking of the Southern Cross, in order to get the pizza land, he has to take the point that is the South Pole.
This has been debunked so many times.
And what's with this freaking Pizza Land crap all the time? What is that?
It's just trying to be derogatory. Well, this has been
Oh,
debunked many times. How many times do you have to say you can't see all three of those locations at exactly the same time?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Time zones, Luca. Time zones. They exist.
Yeah.
And those are not illuminated at your angle. You can't see them. Your eyes don't travel that far. Telescopes don't travel that far.
What? Yes, they do.
They do?
Oh,
Huh.
you know.
They can see millions of miles.
Oh,
They
sure.
can.
Sure.
They can.
I have a.
Let me just ask you, Luca, do you really have any concept of how far even 1,000,000 miles is? Do you even have any concept of that distance? I mean, everybody wants to toss these vast distances around without even slightly comprehending their implication.
Well, I can do another one. Dave, you were in the military. You were in the army,
Yeah.
and people love smoking in the army.
Yeah.
Let's say someone smoked, and they were on a high mountain, and someone was 10 kilometers away. Could they see that smoke?
No.
That lit cigarette.
No.
The angular
Was
resolution.
it because of Earth curve, or was it because of the limitation to be able to see it?
It was the limitation
the
to be able to
angular.
see it. It was the attenuation
Sorry,
of the
Luca, I
light.
asked Dave.
It was the attenuation of the light, the fact that you were far enough away that there's no way that would be able to be resolved.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
simple.
So everything has limitations, including stars and their positions. Now you can talk, Luca.
Well, the angular resolution would be too small to see it.
Okay,
Right.
and what about a torch?
A torch you'd be able to see.
10
because
kilometers
the
away.
torch is
10
brighter.
kilometers away.
Yeah,
You sure
the
about
torch
that?
is brighter, so theoretically you should be able to
Well,
see it.
theoretically, we don't live in theoretically. We live in reality. Okay.
Yeah.
Theoretically, a
Well, I haven't
flying
tested
flying
it
elephant
myself.
can bomb, Tokyo, but that's theoretically. Okay, so we're it's try to stay based in reality. Okay.
A
Now,
blind elephant?
do you know what
Hey, Lotion,
attenuation of
what's
light is? Do you know what attenuation of light is? Do you know what happens to light as it spreads over distance?
It gets further apart, right?
Right, which causes it to be spread thinner, which does what? Makes it too hard to see.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
but
as bright as it
science-
was. It's,
This is
Science
why I'm not
knows that.
blinding people.
Okay,
That's
guys.
why
I
my
don't think
hiding-
I don't think we're gonna get anywhere tonight.
Science.
Unfortunately, Luca, can I say this isn't a debate, Luca night? If I
No,
can
right.
be honest, because we want to actually review the debate.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
be quiet.
Thank you.
hole and unwrap it to get the perimeter of the pizza. And that results in total absurdities like these three people all looking at the Southern Cross at the same time, despite looking at completely different directions. That makes no sense at all. Again, on a sphere makes perfect sense where south actually means something, and they're all
Also, Dave, based on the previous locations, when we in the south and we look at the Southern Cross, okay, for instance, I stand right of the Southern Cross, I would be looking at a southwest position. Someone standing left of the Southern Cross or looking east-south direction, southeast direction. You get it? So we aren't all looking exactly just straight south. So that is also just idiocy from his side. He doesn't understand how location works.
Yeah, like
I'm
everybody's
going to say
listening
that
on
science
spot.
does use theoretical, so, science uses theoretical framework.
Yeah, and they take
That-
the
that's not
theoretical
science,
and they
dude.
put it to a test.
Yeah,
That-
let's just put it this way.
pseudoscience, dude.
I'm going to place it this way. Okay. Say this is like the Southern Cross. Okay, got the points. Okay. I'm going to say this point is south. Now I'm on this side looking here. See, I'm looking from this side to the Southern Cross. So I'm looking at, let's say, east-south direction. Now someone also looking at the Southern Cross is now this side. Get it? So looking at a southwesterly direction to the Southern Cross. Both looking south, not directly south.
No.
Then you got someone else directly looking south like this. All looking at the same position from different locations. Get it?
That actually does make sense.
Eddie Banjo's got a good video on that. You go look at his channel.
Yeah,
But wait,
Banjo really rock.
wouldn't that make every direction south?
It was still south, yeah? One
Yeah.
was looking a bit southwest, one was looking a bit southeast, and one was looking directly south.
On a flat
Oh,
Leave
Earth,
the
the
North
same
Pole, you're
stars
going
are-
south.
anything away from north is south on a flat Earth.
Mhm.
Luke. I think you know this.
Just make that
Looking at
left
the
when
South
you get
Pole.
there.
Number 2, day and night and regions of illumination. This is very bad for the flurfies because in the winter months, they need to take the sun all the way out to the periphery of the disk, and that would result in most of the pizza being dark everywhere most
That's
of the time.
also false.
Of course,
The sun could just rise in elevation.
It actually
Remember,
does.
it's supposed to be a local sun. It doesn't need to go to the edges of Earth to do this. It just needs to rise. I mean, this is something that's been explained many times as well to him. So Dave literally is bringing nothing new to the table. This is embarrassing, Dave.
In reality, the opposite is true. The edge of Antarctica in these winter months is illuminated almost all the time.
I know how. Internal reflection. Ever heard of it? Yeah. Think of a glass bowl, and you stick a torch at the end of the glass bowl, and it lights up the whole interior of the glass bowl. Internal reflection, something he should have learned by him doing his studies to become not a professor.
Well, he goes in. We don't have any proof of a glass bowl. That's later on.
So how does the light get all the way over there? And then you don't even have to go all the way to Antarctica. You can go to Ushuaia, which is at the tip of South America, where people live, and that must be illuminated around 70% of the trajectory, while places like Point Barrow, Alaska, experience 24-hour night. In order to try to explain this, they have to make light do things that it doesn't do, and in fact, flat earthers do not ever try to explain this at all.
Certainly, the military stereotype is that the leader is the person that's going to bark orders at people.
It gets even worse if you go all the way to the South Pole. There is a
He's
24
really starting the 24-hour sun using
Absolutely,
fake
that's what he's doing.
footage.
Using real footage.
You mean fake footage?
Dude, it's already been proven
Fake
to
Yes,
be.
footage.
it's been proven umpteen times, Luch.
The stuff has been proven to be fake, Luca. Why do you think they want to do the final experiment? Because they don't have
Because
actual.
you say it's fake.
No, because it is fake. It's been shown to be fake.
Wow.
No.
It's not
Yes,
says
dude.
fake. It's shown to be faked.
You just keep
I
saying
have
no.
a-
I'm telling you,
Wait,
yes.
didn't before the debate didn't use well not flat side, but didn't I still want that video that you were gonna send me of
He's
the
not here. That was Al. He's not here.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Jaron has it on his channel if you want to look at it.
for our sun there, which completely obliterates the flat earth, as flat earthers themselves admit. And that is why a rich person lately has been offering fully paid trips to the South Pole so that flat earthers can see the 24-hour sun, and they are all busy crapping their pants trying to make excuses to not go.
Well, sorry, did we see Dave
goodness.
Farina say he's going to go?
Nope, we didn't.
Did Dave say he's going to go?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to make this very clear for all the Globies. We don't care about the 24-hour sun because we know reality. You guys are insecure, so you feel the need to go. Don't project your insecurities on flat earthers because you guys are insecure about your own beliefs. Capish?
And he's actually talking to one of the guys that are going to go. That's really funny.
Yeah. But don't you find that odd? Because they are insecure about their beliefs. They want to project it onto the people that know for a fact it's a flat earth. I don't need to go freeze my tits off just because some other dude doesn't believe his own model.
I'm just going to say one thing. I'm going to have to go here shortly. The poll at the end says it all.
Oh,
Yeah, the poll at the end. Exactly. Did you see Jeremy's face when you read that poll out?
Yeah.
Oh, it was brilliant.
He was like shocked.
Once again, on a globe Earth, this makes perfect sense. Day is when you're facing the sun. Night is when you're facing away. Pretty simple.
Ooh. Ugh,
Number
ugh.
3, Southern Hemisphere causes
That is
trouble. For years, flat earthers have been pretending that there are no direct flights in the Southern Hemisphere. This is wrong. There are many. Sydney to Santiago is one of them. And this goes both ways, nonstop, in both directions over the Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
And then we have the Antarctica Cup Ocean Race, which is a boat race that circumnavigates Antarctica. They go all
Yeah,
the
the Vindiki race, and the guy says we only turn left.
Hey, remember, you got to turn left. You know,
Only left.
only
Just-
left. Yeah. Yep.
The rudder's stuck on left.
Yeah, and they're only going 4 knots an hour, dude. Turning left.
Like I said, you can circumnavigate a pool in a yard as well. Does that now? I mean, really.
I guess
Let's make it a
circumnavigate my picnic table.
Mm-hmm. We can put it this way as well. Let's say you got a yard, you got a fence, and then you got a pool. Now you're going around and circumnavigating in between the pool and the fence, okay? Does it make now that fence a continent because you circumnavigated on the inside of that fence? No.
No, it does. It does. It does. It does.
How?
Yes, it
How?
does.
Because you ended up where you started. That wouldn't be possible if the earth was flat.
No.
the way around every year, and
So-
neither of these things make an ounce of sense on a flat Earth. You would have to have for the flight, the Sydney to Santiago takes this incredibly enormous arced path
Oh my
instead of going the
word.
straight line path.
That's true.
You know, Dave, that what you're showing on screen is not a distance map. So it's a non sequitur.
He's never really taken any long distance flights himself, I don't think, because most of them I've been on, they climb to altitude as high as they can. They push the limit and then they drop down, dude. They just get an arc. That's the way they do them.
Yeah,
It's the fastest way to do it.
yeah.
They climb up
path,
to
and neither-
cruising altitude.
Yeah, but the longer the distance, the higher they try to get for their cruising altitudes.
And they try as much as possible to stay in line with the with the jet streams because it helps
The
the fuel
longer
economy.
the
it
flight,
helps
the
the
higher
fuel-
they go. That's not how it works.
Of course, the higher they go, the easier it is to fly.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, because the jet streams are higher up, Luca.
Yeah.
They catch a streaming
high
rider,
up.
dude.
They're basically the exact same height around the globe.
So we're off of watching the debate again, and we're debating Luca.
Sorry.
Well
sorry.
done, Luca. Well done,
No.
buddy. Well done.
No.
Gonna be a long show.
Which could be done in 12 hours anyway. And then the boat race would have to go around the entire world, always steering away from Antarctica instead of towards it, which it doesn't do. So all of these observations are very extremely basic, intuitive ways to prove that the Earth isn't flat. Okay, these all obliterate the flat Earth. They prove without a doubt that the Earth is a sphere. Every single one of them does this. Austin is
Oh, really, Dave? So if a grown-ass person gets buys a pacifier, does it prove he's a baby?
Depends, dude.
Just because he bought a
Depends.
pacifier, so he proves he's a
Um,
baby, and then you find out that pacifier was given to his child. No, dude. Just because you don't understand what you're showing doesn't make it a globe because you don't understand. It just makes you ignorant to what you have to understand. That's
So
about it.
I would call
And
this
that's all
word
I-
salad.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all I actually get from the globe these days. And I'm going to call them out on it the whole time. Because they're ignorant to a subject doesn't make it a globe. It just makes them ignorant.
Well, Dave didn't write this. Somebody wrote it for him. So
Yeah, he
That's all I gotta
admitted
say.
he has people writing scripts for him. But this is so rudimentary level dumb that I think he did write it himself.
Dave's a Muppet.
Yeah.
unable to discuss any of these topics. He has no ability to explain any of these
Discuss.
observations on a flat Earth, and so he will desperately try to pivot and turn this into a debate.
And I
about-
just have to point out, Dave's self amping up to make sure he's staying positive about this is like very telling. He literally has to keep lying to himself and say, "Oh, he's not going to be able to debate this. Oh, I'm such a big boy. I'm demolishing him." In the meantime, we're all looking at him like he's really a big idiot.
It's like your Will Ferrell.
I'm going to go.
Cheers, Luca. Thanks for coming, man.
Later, Luca.
Cheers.
That is okay. See you
Geocentrism
later.
versus heliocentrism. Unfortunately, that's not the topic of the debate. If he wants to have that debate, that's totally fine. He must simply concede this debate that we're having now, admit that the Earth is a sphere, and then we can talk about that completely separate other topic about whether the spherical Earth moves or not. All yours, Austin.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Hey, let me.
eventually.
Perhaps I should have defined. Austin, I'll give you an extra 60 seconds, if that's okay with you, Dave, to define what flat Earth even is, or just because not everybody.
Whoa. Jeremy, is he debating two people? Why
I don't know. I
Dave then
think it's a couple clowns.
Yeah, why didn't Dave bring this up in his own opening then if he wanted this to happen? I thought he's supposed to be a moderator, so why is he giving him extra homework now? I find that odd.
Me and my audience knows.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. But,
You think so? Should we just go right to the 7?
That the Earth is flat. That's.
Dave, you wouldn't know what the flat Earth is even if it hit you on the flat in your big flat forehead.
No.
Because he still pushes a space pizza.
Yeah,
know
okay.
that.
Just so everyone knows, but
Don't
also that
forget-
the Earth is at the center of the universe.
Sorry?
And don't forget, it's upward rising pizza.
Yeah.
Too, right? Is that one?
Well,
Are
there's-
those two things combined?
I mean, yeah, there is no universe if there's right. Okay, it doesn't matter. Go ahead. Whatever.
Okay. Well, no, that's fine. We'll just go right to the Dave's. Or I'm sorry.
Okay.
What's up?
Hi, Jira. We brought you here.
Now he's alone.
By the way,
He just
YouTube. By the
left.
way, YouTube.
He left.
Yeah?
Go ahead, Dave.
By the
You
way,
say, Dave?
YouTube. When you interrupt my video, with your commercial, it makes me hate your product. Okay, just throwing that out there.
That's how they get paid, man. Advertisers.
I was like, debate over? What? Okay, I'll shut up. And then so at 4:46, so you have your 7.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't really make a PowerPoint, but I'll just use the classic one here if you can pop it up on screen for me. So yeah, it's our position is that the Earth is a geocentric stationary plane. This feeble attempt to separate the conversations is disingenuous. That the Earth is stationary, it's in the center of the universe. None of the kinematics or dynamics, even of geocentrism, is exclusive to sphericity. That is just a get out of jail card because he will not be able to defend the claim that we're moving around the sun.
That's exactly what I said. It's taken the Platonic model, which says it's a geocentric sphere. There were geocentric models based on the flat Earth before that. So it was just literally a non sequitur.
Very quickly go through some of this. Falsification is independent of replacement. And so what always happens is people don't defend the globe. They just want to ask millions of questions to the flat earthers. And somehow if a flat earther doesn't know the answer, then all of a sudden the globe model becomes true. And then of course the burden of proof is the one making the positive claim. And then shifting the burden is making the other person prove why your claim isn't true. So if I read a book and say all these fairy tales exist, I don't have to prove that unicorns don't exist. Very simple concept that gets overlooked consistently in this debate. Oftentimes we get what's called a straw man fallacy. People say that this is what flat Earth is, and they point and laugh, and no one that I know thinks that it's a flat disk in a solar system. That's ridiculous. Hopefully we can prevent these, but these are the typical fallacies used. Of course, a straw man fallacy, which we just discussed, ad hom, attacking the person instead of the argument.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
On their side. Like that sound.
Yeah,
think
I
so.
had somebody. I thought I had like somebody
Like
laughing.
children.
Yeah.
Oh, that was me.
Are you
There's a
make
family walked
credentials?
past me.
Ah, all right.
I thought it's like about Witsit. I'm like, huh? What's going on?
No, they were just outside the store. They came in. I tried to mute, but I ain't fast enough. So I'll get better at it.
No stress, man. Thank you, Tony Whitcomb, for your £5 super chat. He says, Dave will only say it's flat if it's in his script, like a teleprompter. That is so true.
He's as bad as Joe Biden, dude.
Thank you very much for your super chat. Really appreciate it. You rock.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to leave you. I got to go to work. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the kids.
Good to see you, man.
Good seeing you too. I suggest you look at Danny Faulkner coming on FED just recently. Watch his video. It's
Did he come on FED?
Funny. Yeah, he did. And John and Adam tore him a new asshole pretty much in a roundabout way. It was just, he couldn't come up with any answers. It was like long pauses. Like,
I wish Danny Faulkner would come to us, because then we can actually discuss scripture, because that's what he discusses, scripture.
Yep.
Why, guys? The people that discuss scripture don't want to come discuss scripture with us.
Oh, no.
Why?
Well, they interpret it differently. They have a different interpretation of scripture.
Yeah, but you see
Not
what
what
I'm
it
saying? They know they can't come to people that actually discuss scripture, because if we have to go to scripture, they have nothing to stand on. Where they can go to people that doesn't discuss scripture, so they can go into a different type of argument and then just say, you just believe, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they say we have a belief. We're not actually looking for knowledge, but we're actually looking for knowledge, and our beliefs are being confirmed. They hate that. That's the point.
Yep. 100 people watching.
It was just about 700 people watching, dude. Yeah.
Please, hit the likes and share the show. Really do appreciate you all. And everybody in the TikToks as well. Thank you for coming. Good to see you. Hey, Damien, what's up? Okay, let's carry on going.
By the way, there are unicorns. It's the rhino.
The Bible says as well.
It's the rhino. It's called Rhinoceros unicornus. There it is. There's a unicorn.
Well, the Bible talks about unicorns, by the way.
Yes, it does, and they bring up the rhinoceros. They bring up the Latin word for rhinoceros.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Just because the rhino isn't that cute doesn't mean it's not a unicorn. I see one horn on it.
Rhinos are cute, man.
That's what unicorn.
You know that horn is actually made of hair.
Yeah, twisted hair, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, unihair corn.
Run a horn.
So you're not qualified to talk about this. Appeal to what everyone else thinks. Appeal to authority. Poisoning the well. Begging the question. Shifting the burden of proof. These are always used. Everyone was taught the Earth's a globe when they were young. That doesn't mean it's true. So let's just quickly go through the basic claims here. Claim 1 is that the Earth is a sphere with a radius of 3,959 miles.
Yep.
The second claim is that the Earth is spinning, tilted, wobbling, revolving around the sun, shooting through the galaxy. That's then shooting through space. That is a positive claim. And then the third one is that the Earth is in the vacuum of space. The heliocentric model has the burden of proof for these claims. So attempting to remove the burden and pretend that it's just automatically granted to you at the beginning is not how logic works whatsoever. And then one would say, wait, isn't saying the Earth is flat a positive claim? It is, of course. And so then we would have the burden of proof, and we have fulfilled that, right? Actually, this right here is a specular reflection. Any convexity or concavity of the water, if it was curving, you wouldn't be able to get a specular reflection because it caused what's...
Yep. I love how Dave's just sitting there, look like he's like, oh, this is so boring. I'm just gonna. Instead of concentrating on what he's actually saying. And yeah, this is like Witsit said. He didn't really have a setup thing. This is one of his old presentations. But yeah, Witsit so far doing well. See nothing wrong with what he's presenting.
Will cause what's called a diffused reflection. If we move on here. We have actually verified the Earth is flat in many ways. Radio waves can be sent over 10,000 miles. Amateur records show that they're sent thousands of miles at all frequencies far beyond the geometric limitation of the globe. Here we have a distant mountains observed from 167 miles away at less than 1,000 feet. So the target hidden height should be almost or over 11,000 feet, but the mountain's only 12,000 feet. We should only be seeing roughly 1,000 feet of the mountain. Clearly, that's not the case. Here we have another one, 168 miles. Target hidden height is almost 12,000 feet, and the elevation is entirely 12,000 feet. So we should not see the entire mountain. This is a major problem because you're going to have a
You
problem.
know what I love about this observation, though? Because it's a silhouette, that means it's not refracted.
Yeah,
That's
of
right.
course, of course.
That means it's the physical mountain you're seeing.
Mhm.
And I remember a debate that remember that angel guy on TikTok that was debating with Bob the Science Guy before me with the flights. He was debating Ruhav. And Ruhav also said, yes, shadows don't refract.
Mhm.
So guess what? That's a silhouette of a mountain. It's a shadow.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. Not refracted then. So they can't even use their refracted formula for that to say, oh, it's refracted up. Brilliant. That's what I love about that observation. I mean, that's a black swan, guys.
I'm trying to invoke refraction here, and hopefully you do. This used to be the world record longest distance line of sight. Of course, that means you're a direct line of sight to what you're observing. The world record for the longest photo. Here we have a target hidden height of 16,000 feet, and the top of the tallest mountain is 12,000.
Thank you very much, Roger, for your $2 super chat. Really appreciate it. It says to help wash down the word salad. Thank you very much. You rock, Roger. Really appreciate all the support, man. Oh, man. Good. But now look at the difference between the presentation of Dave and the presentation of Witsit showing. Witsit showing actual observations, okay? What is Dave showing? Oh, I'm going to be a narcissist and be just insulting you and saying how dumb you are, and you guys want to look at this and that using straw mans. That's what Dave did. That's it. Dave didn't really have an actual opening presentation that was even worthwhile.
1,000 feet, which means that the mountain should have been thousands of feet below the curvature. Here's another one, 271 miles. Again, the entire mountain should have been obstructed by over 3,000 extra feet. Here's another one, 250 miles. You get the idea. Over and over, the mountain should be obstructed, except for just roughly 800 feet here. Here's another one, 241 miles. The entire mountain, almost the entire mountain should be hidden. And then it goes on and on and on. Here is a very important observation everyone ducks away from. If you look in the top left here, you see you can't see the mountains. These are called Canigou Mountains. You cannot see the mountains. So when people say, can you see what you'd be able to see forever if the earth was flat? That's a ridiculous straw man. Even within a globe paradigm, something called attenuation, the light gets absorbed into the medium. We cannot see the mountains until the sun gets behind it. Due to the intensity of the light from the sun, you now get a silhouette, and we can see the Canigou Mountains. These should have been completely obstructed. You can buy a plane ticket right now for...
Dave, concentrate, man. Come on. Concentrate.
Yeah. Yeah, he just doesn't give a crap.
This guy...
for his own good. He's doing the rabbit. Too cocky. He's under his opponent, and there's nothing he can put off like ho hum. I've heard this all before. And the thing is, he knows he's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
It's all just a mask he's wearing.
For 2 specific days of the year, and you'll know that you'll see the mountains because of a silhouette based on where the sun sets. So I guess refraction is just colluding with the calendar and with the atmosphere to make the earth look flat over and over. Of course, as a silhouette, refraction affects light, not the absence of light. Here to address his straw man about the geocentrism thing, these are projected onto a plane.
What he just said. In other words, short for that, Dave. Shadows are not refracted.
These are literally azimuthal projections. So to say that it requires sphericity is ridiculous. Here we see that all the paths of the planets fit right within a Ferrocell magnet torus field. Okay, what a coincidence. And to address this misnomer that sunsets are impossible on a flat Earth and they just go behind the curve of the Earth, that is also not true. Here we see the sun disappearing above the horizon with a horizontal line blocking the bottom of it far above the horizon. This is proof that the sun can disappear up above the horizon.
Yeah, you see, because this is what we got to get the globes to understand. The water is further than what you see the horizon at, you guys. We only see the horizon because it's an apparent position where the sky and the Earth appear to meet.
Yeah.
This tells us the water goes out further, and that's where it's actually getting that foreshortened effect. And I think that's really something that's very difficult for these people to understand. So you can draw a line there where that line is where the sun is. And you can just draw water in there and say, oh, look, you see? In other words, it's going on their globe. It doesn't make sense because they needed to go behind a physical curve, which you should be seeing, which you don't see. So therefore, it's not a physical curve. It's all optical. Woo!
Due to atmospheric conditions. Of course, we have tons of assumptions when it comes to military that the Earth is flat. Specular reflection, again, I'm going to kind of speed through these, but specular reflection, you see that just a small concavity or convexity in the water actually causes what's called a diffused reflection. You'll see here in the left. So you actually need a flat surface to have a specular reflection. We see these over long distances consistently. So we'll just skip over here. So, and then of course, the globe claims that the horizon is a physical, tangible surface, and it is not. It's literally a horizon that is apparent. That's why it is where the sky appears to meet the ground. So here we can get into some of the specifics here, but of course, also on a globe, the horizon should drop down and away from you as you increase altitude. What we see in reality is it rises with us.
Yep, relative. I just want Witsit, dude, if you're watching this, just remember to say relative to eye level, because they love to strawman and say, oh, it's not rising to eye level. So keep it at relative to eye level, please, Witsit.
What's up, guys?
Problem.
What's up, Lord? How are you going, man?
Good, man. Hope you're doing well tonight as well.
Oh, yeah, much better than last night.
Yeah, this is much more entertaining.
It was real painful.
It was, and I can't imagine being there for the 2 hours or how much I wasn't. You know, you're strong, guys. You did good.
Well, I'm getting messages from the Globies trolls saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do. You didn't do anything. You guys just made a shit show." It's like, what? Okay.
No, we showed a shit show.
We sat for 8 hours listening to some guy ridicule flat Earth, insult, show he doesn't understand basic arguments for it, and contradict himself. That's what we saw for 8 hours long.
Literally just an attack on flat Earth.
Yeah, literally.
Long story short, the entire globe model depends on the accuracy of the claimed radius value, and if that radius value is wrong, the entire model is wrong. So in closing, what I'm going to say is, again, falsification is independent of replacement. The literal default position is that the Earth is a stationary plane. The globe says, well, yeah, but it's so big it looks flat, and it's so big that based on the angular rate of motion, you can't tell that it's moving. Could that be true in theory? Sure, but that is a concession that the default position, based on empirical evidence and observation, is that the Earth is a stationary topographical plane, hence why we utilize it as such for all military technology, etc. Therefore, to make a claim that everything is antithetical to that, you object.
You know what he just said now? Remember that list that Dave had on there earlier? That demolished half of those claims that he put on on that list. Just what he now said.
And logically have the burden of proof. And then we'll get into a lot of the things that he mischaracterized my arguments regarding throughout the debate, hopefully. But yep, there you go.
Okay, thank you for the opener. I want to give you both. What do you think? Like, I assume there's one or two things that both of you have said or that strongly disagree with. Other. Do you want me to open it up to just give you both a 5-minute period for rebuttal?
No.
Or do you just want to leave it open?
We can dig into it.
Okay. Why don't what was the first particular topic maybe that Dave you want to poke around?
Well, Austin is denying this idea. He's insisting that the default position is the flat plane, empirically, observably, everything observable. Okay, so explain the observations from antiquity that I told you. What?
Do you see what he just did there?
What observation?
So he He's doing exactly what.
Tell me what some other person long ago.
Exactly. Antiquity. Okay, I can tell you from antiquity, the people thought that you could sacrifice children to the Molech. Okay? Well, what's that got to do with anything? You understand? People thought that the moon was sentient. What's that got to do with something? Just because it was said in antiquities, does that now make it a globe? Come on, man. That's just a very poor argument.
How are you getting the sky to rotate in opposite directions depending on where you're
Rotate
standing?
opposite
Let's start with there.
directions.
How observable is that? How does that fit?
It doesn't rotate in opposite directions.
It's amazing they can't get that one.
We've explained
It's
it
too
so
simple.
many times to them.
And it's too simple to not understand. It's crazy.
Yeah. For anybody thinking the sky rotates in different opposite directions, that's not how it works. It always rotates east to west, no matter where you are. It's just location based that makes it seem that it's going left to right or right to left. It's always just east to west.
Just
To
turn your
my
back.
mailbox and watch a car go by. It's not suddenly changing directions just because it goes from my left to my right. It's still going north. I go and watch it from left. It's still going north. I don't know how these people get tricked by that so freaking easy.
No, good dude.
It's just stupidity.
Just turn around.
We're literally turning into the world of idiocracy, guys.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, this is what always happens. Instead of providing evidence that the surface is curving, you're saying, well, but if it's not, then how does this happen?
No curved surface. You said the default position, flat plane. I'm asking you on your flat plane, explain the observations of the celestial sphere. In the north, you get counterclockwise rotation. In the south, you get clockwise rotation. Explain that to
All going east to west. There we go. Next.
me on your.
Man, I really wish I would be able to debate this Dave one day. Because you think Witsit made him look like a fool. He wouldn't even get as far as he's got now with Dave. With Witsit.
Yeah, literally,
Look at Witsit. He's like, you got to
Exactly. But you see, Witsit, what I like about him, he's very tame though.
Yeah.
He's chill. But with me, I'm more cutthroat. I'll just say it straight out.
On your default flat plane. Explain it.
Yeah, so the counterclockwise and clockwise direction is super simple. It's based on looking different directions. Your better question is, why does it go around a singular point, is what you're trying to say.
No. I'm asking about the direction. I'm asking about the direction.
It just looking opposite directions would make them go the opposite directions. They all go east to west.
If you put a clock
literally.
on your ceiling, which way can you face to make the hands go counterclockwise?
Are you inside the clock or outside the clock, Dave?
You know how idiotic that is, though? Because the clock is sitting like this. It's a circle.
Yeah.
The stars are moving overhead us like this.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't understand, does he?
Yeah, exactly. Like Dave said, you have to be a lot smaller than that clock. You know what I mean?
I would bet Dave $100 that he wouldn't live 10 minutes around me. Like, I'll bet him $100. If he wants to take me up on that bet, come on, Dave. Come and hang out. Let's smoke some doobs, talk about how full of shit you are, and, well, you got 10 minutes.
Well, you know what? Dave's got a fan behind him on the roof, on his ceiling. I would have told him, okay,
dude.
Yeah, take your camera, stand on that side of the fan, and then take your camera, stand on that side of the fan.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Tell me which way you can face.
Not analogous. The stars
No,
drop.
it is, though. It is, though, because the hands on
stars,
the clock The hands on a clock.
You
go
don't get it.
clockwise, right?
You don't get
hands
it.
on
The
a clock
stars
go clockwise.
drop due to perspective, so we're actually looking out towards them, not directly up.
Well,
Did you know
depends on
that?
your latitude, right? Depends on your latitude. If you're
So
at
do
the
you
equator,
agree-
if you're at the equator, they're going from horizon to horizon.
Wait, do you
You do
agree
look
that if
straight up.
if I was looking out and something was spinning one way, and then I looked at it from the other direction, it'd look like it was spinning the opposite
No,
way?
it
Yes
wouldn't.
or no?
It wouldn't.
Okay,
That's why I
so-
said. You just said if I put a
Wait,
clock.
did you just say it wouldn't? Did Mr. I'm a professor just say it wouldn't?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to quickly get a video up. You probably know where I'm going.
Yeah. Michael's. Yeah.
Shout out to Michael.
Michael Khan's video. Perfect demonstration. Dave already said it audibly. This is it visually.
Mm-hmm. Just looking for his video. Mm. Would you be able to get me the link?
I'll have a look.
Sure. While we're doing that, we'll carry on the other.
Yeah.
On the ceiling, right? Which way? I'm asking you, which way can you just said if something is spinning one way and you look a different way, it'll spin another way. So I'm asking you, put a clock on the ceiling. Which way can you face that'll make the hands appear to go counterclockwise?
You
Which way?
obviously don't comprehend what I'm saying,
I
Dave.
think
but
you don't understand what I'm saying.
Do you agree
Pretty easy
that
to
things
understand.
will appear to drop due to perspective?
Why are you talking about perspective? I'm talking
Because
about
you don't understand it.
But this is perspective. That's why I was talking about perspective. Okay, while we're waiting for the for that link, I'm gonna quickly. I'll draw it.
Yeah, because I'm not even sure what it's blooming called. Thinking about it, but
Yeah.
it's usually who it's got it up. Let's have a look. I can't even remember how old it is. Should know it by then.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Maybe if you check your private chats with Michael, if you maybe remember talking about it with him, he posted
a
it
while
privately
back,
to you,
though.
maybe. Yeah. Okay.
It's a while back.
Yeah, it is a while back.
Okay, I'm gonna just for everybody in the TikTok land. I'm also gonna quickly just stick it on there.
Before that.
There we go. Let's get on. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna make a arrow representing the direction of a moving car or stars. The stars are going in that way. Now, we are going to be standing here. We're going to be looking north. Let's just say this is north.
Why can't I find it?
Okay, we're looking north. Now, what are we seeing? We're seeing it go from left to right. Correct? Oh, sorry, from right to left. Now let's go and walk to the other side. And we're going to face south. Which way is it going to be going to us now from there?
Right, I've got it.
Left to right. So from here, it was right to left. From there, it's left to right. Still exactly the same position, the same way. So it's always going east to west.
And the private chat.
The location, it looks this way. And if I'm standing underneath, looking up, what's happening? It's coming from behind me to forward to me. So when I look that way, whatever I'm seeing here is going to curve that way, and whatever here is going to curve away that way. And that is how we see star trails, guys. You're welcome.
It is in the private chat.
And it's such a simple
Hard
thing.
to get that through.
Yeah, and it's such a simple thing to get through. I don't understand what's so difficult about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you said it's in the
Private chat.
private.
In here, yeah, in Restream. Yeah. I should just put it in normal chat as well.
Mhm.
So this is Def said, Michael Kahn, I have asked this of many flares, and the flares either run away, deflect, or give an answer that's so ridiculous I can't help but laugh. In the northern hemisphere, the stars rotate in a counterclockwise motion and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. This simple observation has been observed and documented by hundreds, if not thousands, of people. For this observation to occur, it requires a spherical Earth with two celestial poles. It's 100% impossible on a flat Earth. Go ahead and explain to me how this observation is possible on your pancake fancy land that doesn't
Always
exist.
pancakes.
No word salad, don't run away, don't answer my question with a question, be a man and give me an answer to what I have asked, a coherent, tangible answer that actually makes sense. I'll wait.
Okay, he's going to look at another comment, so we don't need to go look at another comment. We'll just forward it to...
It is in this video, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It is this one. Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah,
I think you know, the wrong video.
Little
Right.
test to show you how your point of view, what direction you're looking, affects how you perceive which direction stars rotating. So that way down there is east, and that way down there is west. Now, when a car comes from east, that's going to be a star trails. That direction's north. So now all we need to do is wait for a car. Right, so here's some cars or stars approaching from east
to west. By the way, please hit the likes, share the show.
And as you'll see, they'll approach from my right to my left.
Really appreciate you. Oh, you guys rock.
Heading west. Right, so now let's cross over road and turn round, and now we're looking south. That's east, same direction. That's west, same direction. Now let's wait for a car.
If they're not showing on
So here
Restream.
comes a car from east.
Yeah.
Is it?
Past me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not showing by me.
Left to right.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's not showing by me.
And that's what's happening when you're viewing star trails in itself.
Okay.
It was showing though. Definitely was showing. It's on YouTube as well. I can see people can see it on YouTube.
Okay. So now they're going to use. Now he's going to do it using Stellarium.
True, we are on Stellarium. So
Same
we're
thing.
looking north. There's north. That's west. That's east. So just like we saw with cars,
See?
the sun will rise in the east
So it's in the west.
and set in the west.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the stars will rise in the east and set in the west, going right to left or anti-clockwise. One more time. Sun rises in the east,
So it's in the west.
sets in the west, and the stars rise in the east and set in the west.
Now he's going to turn around. Look to the
Right, so
south.
now let's turn around and look south. So looking south, that's east,
That's west.
that's west.
Now it comes from the left to
So
right.
just like with cars, sun rises in the east, sets in west, going left to right.
It's not hard.
There we go, Dave.
Rise in the east
Whew.
and set in the west, going left to right.
Yeah.
Or
It's not
clockwise.
hard. Try turning around, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It's just literally turn around. Really, really bad stuff. And I mean, this is why we laugh at people like Dave, Professor, not a Professor Dave, because he doesn't get these simple concepts.
Mm.
It's literally perspective. And he just told him, what's perspective got to do with it? I don't know.
Turn
maybe
around, dude.
I think Sog's having problem with his connection.
So
no, you're
if-
trying to obfuscate.
No, I'm not. If the stars are above me
Let me help
on
you.
a plane and
me
I
help
look
you out.
out, they're going to look like they're dropping down, which
Look
means
at
I'm
this, buddy.
looking out at. You don't even understand basic stuff, dude.
Look at this. Hang on. Where's the camera? Which way
They
is this
don't even
turning?
know what happens when you turn
Which
around.
way is this going, buddy? Which way is this going?
I don't know. Which
do you
way
mean?
is it going?
Yeah, which way is it turning?
Down.
Who cares?
do you mean, who
What is
cares?
the? Why are you obfuscating away
Is it
from
going
what I'm saying?
counterclockwise? No, I'm talking about exactly what I'm talking about. Is this going clockwise or counterclockwise? Come on, just give me the answer, buddy. You can see it.
To be fair, the
exactly
webcam
what I'm
is
talking
mirrored,
about.
so it might be.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I think so. So
Well, I don't know, and I don't see what's
No,
the
I see
relevance.
it. I see it
But to
going
him, it's
counterclockwise.
whoa,
I see it
whoa,
going
whoa.
counterclockwise.
Yeah, that's how.
Wait,
That's going
What?
counterclockwise, right? Just say
This
it.
is
Austin. Just-
perfect. He should have said to Dave, to you it's clockwise. To us it's anti-clockwise, making the point that
Yeah.
it's rotation based.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave, you just debunked your own argument on screen.
I know, simple.
He literally debunked his own argument on screen with his own demonstration. Brilliant. Please, Witsit, call him out on that, please.
Just say it.
It looks like that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we keep it turning.
Do you think I don't understand the concept?
No, I'm showing you, and I'm showing all the viewers. Look, which way is this going now?
We all get
How
the
to
concept.
us, it's
Going
going
clockwise. So if
clockwise,
you're standing
yeah,
up here and you look
anti-clockwise.
at the sky, you see it rotating counterclockwise. If you're down here, you see it rotating clockwise. So admit that this phenomenon makes perfect sense on a globe,
Oh, my
and on a
word.
flat Earth it doesn't, which is why you're rambling about perspective and all these other things. to
No,
try to
there was no
obfuscate this
rambling.
very
You
simple thing.
incessantly interrupted me explaining it because you know you can't
No, because
actually
you're
allow me
trying
to
to
say.
change the subject.
Okay, let me ask.
I'm not.
Let me try this.
Wow.
If it's okay. Can we start with because you guys are both super familiar with this. Let me toss out so people can dip a toe. One of the biggest conversations that goes back and forth, both of you talked about this in your videos, is in a flat earth. Dave's video points out that there are some issues where, for example, the sun is coming around, right? And we know because we live here that one area of the world is in perpetual light, the other is in perpetual dark. This would be non-congruent with a flat earth. So what is the flat earth position?
I want to know, why is he obfuscating from their points now, Star Trails? He's supposed to be the moderator, and now he's trying to change the argument.
Yeah. Aye.
That doesn't make sense, man.
describing that fairly, Dave? I'm oversimplifying.
Sure. The flat Earth cannot explain the region. That was my second point. That it cannot explain the regions.
That's what I
of
was trying to
illumination.
remember. Yeah. Okay. So what
The
is
regions of what?
The regions of illumination, the parts of the Earth that
Yeah.
are day or night at any given time.
Yeah,
You
but
have
I know
absolutely
you
zero
know the answer. So I've
Yeah,
heard
that
the
Earth is
answer
the
given
story.
to
The viewers
No,
don't
but
know
Dave
that.
knows the answer.
But
So
there's
so
10,000 people
something
watching.
called
The answer is that if you're facing the sun, it's day, and if you're not, it's night. That's the answer.
Dude,
It's
I'm gonna
pretty easy to
enlighten you, bro.
understand.
If you don't allow the other person's point to be
Well, Mr. Cheswick, to be fair, the quartering Jeremy has actually got an awesome channel. He doesn't do flat earth stuff, and I'm not going to say he's a good moderator. So it's actually weird to see him moderating a debate, especially on flat earth. So, yeah. Some people aren't made for moderating, and I wouldn't say he is.
made, you didn't win anything. No matter how much
Go
coping's
ahead.
going on
We're
in the
waiting
chat.
for you to make a point. Go ahead.
Okay, it's called the coffee cup caustic. It's a literal physical effect that can be replicated. The light will actually bend around the rim of any type of containment. It can literally be demonstrated and shown to perfectly replicate the seasons, the perfect light distribution on a plane Earth. You're objectively wrong. You've had this presented to you, and now you're back here in front of people pretending you don't know what it is.
Who has presented this to me?
Dave
If you
Weiss
guys
did. I
could-
watched it.
No, Weiss floundered like a buffoon. That's why you guys all call him
No.
controlled opposition.
Guys, 105
if you could
people watching,
demonstrate
please
this,
hit the
you'd all
likes,
have
share the
videos
show.
demonstrating
Coffee.
this.
There
Show
are
me the
literally
model.
hundreds of them.
No.
Coffee cup
I'm not
caustic.
talking about, shine it and, it kind of does a thing, sort of. I'm talking about show the precise regions of day and night over a several month period, right? Have it exactly precisely align with where it is
It's
day or
literally
night.
been done multiple times,
Okay.
Dave.
So
Sounds
what
like
is
an empty claim to me because I've never seen it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have.
So okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
you
So Austin, give him a second to explain his side. So you're saying the what most people see is that the daylight is predictable. Daylight, nightlight is predictable based on what is believed that the orbit, the current belief about the Earth's orbit. In a flat Earth, the rotation, in a flat Earth, just let him finish. Dave, you get 2 minutes. Can you describe?
Me? What?
No, sorry. I'm gonna shoot it back to you for 2 minutes, but give Austin 2 minutes to describe what he's talking, because I just want you guys to remember, like, the audience doesn't know what coffee cup, whatever it is, right? So remember, okay, but remember, you're talking to like normies.
Sure. Okay, so
that's what I'm asking. So Austin, you have 2 minutes. Describe. Okay. We talked about how the sunlight stuff goes on. So 2 minutes, and then Dave, you get 2 minutes.
Okay. So if you type in coffee cup caustic, which I will literally I'll share the screen. And Dave has been shown this in his debate.
Stay on point, though. Stay on point.
Oh, okay. I am.
Answer my question. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just Google coffee.
Yeah, shout out to Jeremy. He is a really nice guy, really awesome channel. Like I said, do subscribe to him. Dave Farina, on the other hand, I can't stand the guy.
No.
Yeah. The guy is just a narcissistic prick.
Isn't Farina a cereal for babies or something?
As I said, it sounds like a Danish.
I think it is. Farina is like cream of wheat.
It does sound a lot like a Danish.
Coffee cup caustic. If I have a coffee cup, if I took the lid off of my coffee cup and then light was shining in from the window, what will happen because of the rim is the light will hit inside the coffee cup and wrap around the entire rim. I can take this little flat earth model right here and do it live. I'd have to cut all the lights off, and since the windows are open, I can't.
That's what I said. To make it easier, Witsit, just say internal reflection. That's all.
Yeah.
So it's very simple to explain it. There you go. It wraps around. Now, if you apply this to a flat Earth, you will be able to perfectly replicate the distribution of light that gives us day and night, depending on the proximity of the source of light. It's easily done. Everyone knows that, and you can look it up. If you're new to that, that's fine, but just look it up, right? And the way that we determine sunset time is with the equation of time, which uses the apparent sun. It uses the mean of the apparent sun. So we don't even use the globe model and a physical location of the sun to determine sunset time or day and night distribution. In the real world, we use the equation of time. So you can replicate this on a flat Earth. It goes in the globe Earth and flat Earth basket. It isn't exclusive to either one.
Now, how does this, and I'm going to kick it over to Dave after this question, but I watched his debunk video, which is a little bit older, but it has a zillion views, so congrats on that. But there's like, let's say you have this coffee cup caustic, right? And his claim is that there's like perpetual night daylight.
It is as well. Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty.
How does that figure into this?
Yeah. Look, okay, I'll share the screen so everyone can see it.
Yeah, that was quite good.
I think everybody else, can you give Spud a wrench? I think everybody, I don't know why. Oh, he's got one. He's got one. There you go, Spud. You got one. What are you asking for? You got one. Talking about.
I want to actually see how Dave's going to rebut this, though. Is he just going to say there's no such thing as coffee cup acoustics? I don't know.
Okay.
Does that work? We'll just do that. So I gotta find which one it is. Here we go. Okay.
I got you.
Okay. If you see here, this is a demonstration of the coffee cup caustic. Okay. That's what this is. So if you look, you put a dome over at the top of the flat Earth, you're going to take a light source. It's going to give you see the distribution of the equinoxes and the solstice right there below it. Now watch what the light does.
Oopsie.
Now look at it wrap all the way around the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. This is called coffee cup caustic, meaning if there was a container on the Earth, it would literally have to do this. It would have to do this. And yes, all the mathematics has been shown, and I could pull that up if I need to.
Well,
so the math has been shown.
Thank you, Roger Little, for your $2 super chat, man. Really, really appreciate this. That's why we call him cream of wheat, CQE. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. You rock, Roger. You rock. Hey guys, 110 people watching, 55 likes, so that's half. We could at least get it to 80 likes. Hit the likes, share the show, and follow if you're on TikTok. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You guys rock. Appreciate all the support. Okay.
I want to give, while you pull that up, I'm going to give Dave 3 minutes to respond because we went over. So I want to give Dave, I'm like, I'm kind of keeping it rough, but just try to keep some semblance. So I want to let Dave respond to this.
I don't need 3 minutes. It doesn't perfectly match. It's just a very hackneyed demonstration that kind of sort of makes a shape. They're not showing any kind of actual model that directly correlates with all the positions. So
literally showing it on screen for you, Dave.
Yeah.
Literally just showed you it.
For one, it absolutely does not correlate with
So that's
the
not
times
how,
of day and
guys.
night. Doesn't do it. But second of all, it also creates gigantic problems.
So an actual demonstration means no correlation, guys.
Yeah, that's
So
it. No
when he
correlation.
when he takes a flat Earth map like the Gleason, has a dome, uses light to show exactly how it would show the shadows and the sunlight, is not a correlation.
No.
Wow. Okay. That's.
Because in order to get this, you're pretending that there's this dome, magical dome, or whatever the hell you're talking about that's giving this effect, which number one, isn't there, right? You cannot demonstrate that this dome is there. But number two, it creates other problems because if you're saying that the sun is outside of this dome, then you don't get to have.
I think Dave should prove it's not there. How's that? He made a claim
that
there's no containment. So maybe Dave should prove that there's no containment.
Yeah. All it would be a simple demonstration of a volume of gas without a container. That's all. All you got to do, Dave.
Go
You
ahead.
can use gravity if you want to, too. So, get you a good can of it.
Have the sun inside the dome for the magical explanation for tides and all these other things that don't make sense on a flat Earth
What
that
is
you're
tides,
pretending that the
that's
sun and the
another
moon do,
non-sequitur.
right?
What's it got to
Yeah,
do with
no,
the sun?
when Dave mentions this is another point of contention. I just, you guys are going at it, but I just want to keep everyone else in the loop. There is one of the points of contention is whether or not in the flat Earth model, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, is whether or not the sun is inside or outside of this hypothetical dome.
In the firmament.
Because in one case, it's responsible for the tides and this, that, and the other, and then the other case, it's responsible.
What? Responsible for the tides. The globe says it's responsible for the tides.
Yeah, the moon. What? He's talking about the sun, isn't he?
Yeah, he's asking where is the sun and the moon? Is it in or outside the firmament?
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought you were just saying about the sun. Right.
Yeah. Oh man.
What is it? Tides and what did you?
Storms, everything.
Yeah.
Right? Coriolis,
What is
storms rotate in opposite directions depending on the hemisphere. Everything.
Oh my gosh.
So okay, all right. So Austin, I'll give you. Go ahead and respond to that.
Okay. Yeah. So we don't know what's above us because you can't freely just shoot stuff up as high as you want to. Okay. And GPS cuts off over a certain height. It's all militarized. But there could be layers to it. I don't know if you've ever thought of that, Dave, but there could just be layers. There could be multiple layers. And yeah, we know the sun affects things here. Tides don't work. You just gish gobs. Tides don't even work in your model. You can look up a paper by a Harvard paper, a century
Tides
of
don't
tidal
work.
theory
Okay,
failures.
gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very simple. But this was if the whole debate is just, hey, let's just start spamming Austin with questions of how would this work on a flat Earth. That's not a debate. Exactly. You're supposed to support the claim the Earth's a spinning ball. I showed direct falsification of it in my PowerPoint. So avoiding that is totally disingenuous.
Like the rotation of the night sky, depending on latitude, and you can't answer. You just say the word perspective and run away.
So Dave,
no, I got 3 words out and you interrupted it.
No.
Okay, let me reiterate how it happened, Dave. You said, look, stars rotate in opposite side. Witsit rebuts it straight, saying, yeah, it's perspective. You then go and demonstrate his point by showing perspective. Jeremy goes and says, let's change the subject. You go and change the subject, say, oh, you can't demonstrate it. Witsit demonstrates what you said is undemonstratable, and then you just hand wave dismiss it and say it's not correlating. That's what we just saw.
Mhm.
Witsit is literally pulling this guy's pants over his head. He's giving him a wedgie and he's sticking his pink G-string over his forehead.
That's
Oh,
why
Lord.
he's so blind to everything that's going on.
That's what we call a Melvin.
Yeah, he's giving Dave a Melvin.
That an atomic wedgie.
Exactly.
We used to call it
Answer,
DT.
that's all you could do.
DTs, draw
You remember we did the whole thing with the
Sorry?
clock on the ceiling, and you have no idea what you're talking about. You
Well,
said
let's
that,
do- fellas,
okay,
let me
never
do-
mind.
Say, PJ?
I says we used to call it DTs, draw treatment.
Let me do okay, I'll play ball. I think that's fair. Why don't I give Dave and Austin both blocks of time? Dave, defend your position. I'll give you is 5 minutes enough, you think?
No, we don't need to. I mean, longer chunks of time are just time for word salads, right? We need to actually.
All right, defend that the Earth is a globe, and then when you're done, I'll pass it to Austin and let him
Yeah.
defend that.
Well, I mean,
right?
look,
that's
I'm
what you're
just-
asking for, Austin, right? So I'm gonna do that.
I want him to rebut the specific falsification of the globe, where we see things from hundreds of miles away that should be obstructed by literal miles of vertical
Yeah.
curvature,
Pick one
including
thing.
silhouettes.
Pick one thing. Pick
Those were
one thing
lies.
like that. Okay, so
you go.
that is the question.
Okay,
That
the question is
not
why do
a
we?
true comment by RPB. Farina went to several schools of higher education and never really learned or finished anything. Yep. And he conceded that when he said he failed 3 times just to try to get qualifications. He even tried to do being a musician a few times and failed at that too. The only thing he seems to be successful at, though, is YouTube. That's about it. Rocky. Is that a checkerboard theme behind Witsit's background? Illuminati confirmed. No, that would be Masonic.
Yeah.
The Masons are with checkerboard. That's just black pillows
Black
on a
cushions and a white
tan,
silver.
yeah,
Mm.
grey white sofa. So no, definitely not.
A grease ball. Farina.
See too far, and the answer is we don't. Sorry, they're all lies. Every time you do a picture like that, you're lying about the distance, you're lying about the elevation, right? The altitude from which the picture is taken. You're just lying, right? All of these things have been.
Wow, what a rebuttal! No, you're just lying. Everything you're showing is lies.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how you get when you operate from a place of lies. You automatically assume that everyone else is lying because you're a freaking liar.
Yep.
But I mean,
listen, people's initial perception of other people are based on their own intimate knowledge of themselves. Okay.
Right.
So like the guy that's constantly worried without any freaking evidence that his old lady's screwing around on him is somebody that would, given the opportunity, screw around on his wife. Okay. Somebody that's constantly worried that people are going to steal shit from him is somebody that is most likely, given the opportunity, will steal shit.
yeah, but I mean, look what Dave's argument is. Okay, Witsit brought up physical observations. He gave the math for it and everything. This is what Dave's rebuttal was. You're just lying.
Yeah.
That's his rebuttal. You're just lying. So what part is he lying? What has he lied about? I mean, is that the level of brilliantness from Dave? Just you're lying. Okay.
Picture you're talking about, is this a picture where it's like, oh, here's a mountain that's
They
really
just take pictures and like, look at this thing that's so far away we shouldn't be able to see it, or like, here's the Chicago skyline from across the lake. Well, we shouldn't be able to see it. They're just always lying. They're just lying about the distance. They're lying about various.
Bro, those were everyone I showed was from a professional photography website that has nothing to do with flat Earth, with all of the information listed.
Austin,
Your
can you
model
share
doesn't
one?
claim that the distances are wrong. That isn't your model's answer.
No, you
Austin, can
guys
you
just
share one?
lie. You guys just lie. That's all it is. You just lie about how far away things are and how high.
It's
the
a
altitude is.
professional photography website. It has nothing
Okay.
to do with flat Earth.
Well,
Can you
I
share,
don't-
can you share one so, so people
Right,
can see
it
what you
has
guys are
nothing
talking
to do
about?
with flat
Yeah,
Earth.
Sure.
Anyway,
It's literally just you're lying. That's his rebuttal, guys. You're just lying.
Dave is
Projection.
Dave
Not
is a tick.
projection.
He's a
just
creep.
dirty, dirty tick.
Why is he smiling like this? I mean, it's
He's
not
a
something to be
prick.
proud of. Just hand waves is missing and saying lying.
Because
He's got gay porn on his other monitor.
Yeah, he's a gum.
Did you guys see the photos of Aiden Mattis, the Law Lodge, going around on Twitter?
Oh no.
He's got another guy sitting on his lap, looking very cozy. Another one where he's standing behind the guy, hugging him from behind. Yeah, really weird.
Wow.
They're calling him Brokeback Lodge now.
I did turn around and say to him that she was a feisty fella, remember?
They're literally calling him now Brokeback Lodge.
He went off
Not
his
the Law
head.
Lodge anymore, it's now Brokeback Lodge.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Yeah, he did go off his nut when I said she's a feisty fella. I can leave, you know. Puffing out his cheeks like a hamster.
One you want, as long as Dave agrees that it looks good. Share one that you think, Austin, that you think. I'm trying to, share one that you think supports your position, and then Dave can debunk the photo, or he can share his criticisms of the photo. And while he's looking that up, I want to give everyone a chance, let you know. I'm joined here by two creators, two commentators.
Okay.
Linked in the description is that Terrence Howard.
We want to get to the debate.
One of them on Twitter. All right.
You're prioritized by the algorithm.
No, I'm the things that people like to watch are prioritized by the algorithm.
No, you're prioritized by the algorithm because you are debunking Flat Earth, Dave.
The algorithm tells you to go watch lies.
Yeah.
I mean, do yourself a favor and type in Flat Earth's perspective and see what they bring up.
If I Google
Nobody
Witsit gets it,
you
you
guys,
come up.
So few people are stupid enough to call for a flat Earth. So nobody.
Exactly, Witsit. If I Google Witsit gets it, Dave Farina gets up debunking Witsit. If I Google Flat Earth's perspective, I get Witsit and Dave McKeegan and FTFE and all these people until we finally get my stuff. Yeah, that's called censoring, Dave.
Nobody watches you guys.
Dave, listen.
Interesting.
If I YouTube Witsit gets it geocentrism, a literal stream I did, you pop up. Can you explain to me why you're popping up when I search for me? Okay, let's not play games.
Let's try it.
YouTube admitted in Congress they deprioritize flat Earth content because it's misinformation. So what?
I don't get it. I got if the Earth is flat, what's under it? Shorts.
Yeah,
solar
that's what I
system
got.
from Earth's perspective.
Of course, because it's heavily censored. It doesn't mean it's true, but we don't have to play this game that you're not propped up.
Jeff recommends popular content, but I make very good, informative, educational content.
Look at that! What are you? Go down. What are you?
Oh my God! You make video feces. That's what you make. You shit video. That's what you do.
I just want to say thank you, Roger Ledel, for your $2 super chat. Squirrels love nuts. Oh, yes, they do. Thank you very much for your super chat. Roger, you rock. Look, the only reason he has got a good name for himself is because he's seen as a physics channel. Okay? Yes, he can give physics, Professor Dave explains tutorials and could. But all that stuff is scripted. It doesn't mean the guy even knows what the hell he's doing when he makes those videos. Just because someone wrote the script for him and he's prompting those scripts doesn't mean the guy even understands the things he's talking about.
I can read too.
Sorry?
I'm just saying I can read. I could read too. Anybody could read a script.
Yeah, we all could have a script and just read off a teleprompter and do what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Flat Earth does get what's it named more. I saw even when I started doing my my exercise channel. Okay, had nothing to do with Flat Earth. It started getting around more than what my Flat Earth channel is. How does that work? How does it get shown to more people than what my Flat Earth channel gets, and it's a smaller channel?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
You have to do with Witsit gets to geocentrism. What does your video have to do with it?
Exactly.
You just proved my point live for the whole entire audience.
Maybe I put the keyword geocentrism in there. I don't even remember what my keywords are.
No, you didn't.
You don't know. You don't know what my keywords are.
I know for a fact you did it. So anyway,
you don't have access to my YouTube
because I've tested this because you're the number one propped up anti-flat Earth. Dude. They admitted in Congress that they consider it misinformation, so they deprioritize it and they prioritize the information correcting the misinformation. That would be you, according to them. So they prioritize you. If you look up anything flat Earth related, you get Professor Dave. Okay, we all know that content blows the rest of your content out. That's why you got so many tens of millions of views.
Look, I have.
Yeah, this is that's true, but it's like really going off topic of the debate, though. I mean, I would rather keep him on. Let's look at the observations because now.
Yeah, I wanted to hear more about the star trails.
Yeah. I'd rather get to the observations than because this is what Dave does. He tries to go now and obfuscate from the actual point, and that's why they're arguing now. Who's pushed up more on YouTube? Who cares? Yeah, Dave gets pushed more. Move on. Get on with the actual.
I start to see that in the car community and race car community of YouTube. They start saying, "Oh well, and it started. Well, we can do that better. We could do that. We did that better. We explained the engine better." I just start seeing it, and it used to be where all the channels were kind of talking about the same thing, agreeing with each other, sending people to their channels to hear what they had to say about it. But now it's just a clash of chaos.
Yep.
Like there's no
1,500 tutorials. Do we really want to talk about my education?
No, bro, I'm not even. I hope good luck, brother. I'm not hating on you or your success. I'm just pointing out.
No, you definitely.
I'm literally not, dude. If you make $400 million, I don't care. I wish you would. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I'm just pointing out, bro. I'm just pointing out the objective fact that it's C-Park.
Austin, I love you, but hold on. Now, here's a picture that Austin shared. Nobody denies that this picture exists. Austin, what do you say this is showing? Now, remember, I keep bringing it back because people who are watching aren't as balls deep as you guys both are in the topic. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So this is just a picture to me. What does this show?
Okay, so this was the world record at the time. It's been beaten now for the longest line of sight photograph ever taken. This is a mountain called Pic Gaspard. Okay. And it was now on a globe. If I look out, the Earth should be curving and blocking things in the distance, similar to how I can't look around a corner, right? If I look, it's like looking at a hill. So if based on your height,
taken at 12,000 feet, though, right?
Correct. Right. So what you do is you pull up Earth Curve Calculator. You put the observer height in, and then it'll tell you.
12,000 feet. It says they're 9,000 feet. Observer height.
Yeah. But he's meant to be a moderator, and shouldn't be taking part like this.
Yeah. You take the observer height. You don't take the elevation of the mountain. So you take observer height is 9,000. The elevation of Pic Picard, that's that mountain he's looking at, is 12,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Where the horizon will be, and it'll tell you how much of the target hidden height there is. So this is from the Earth Curve Calculator, official calculator. And if you look at it, the observer was 9,000 feet up. The target hidden height, meaning how much Earth curvature should be there, is 16,000 feet. And the top of the tallest part of the mountain is only 12,000 feet. That means the top of that mountain should be 4,000 feet below Earth curvature.
Okay, and then Dave, what do you say to that?
Hey, Josh Monday, what's up, man?
Two things. One, I cannot verify any of those numbers. Those could absolutely be fabricated by you.
Oh, wow.
And number two, we're not doing.
So back to, you're lying.
You're lying. Dude, he said it was the world record.
Yeah,
so everybody knows this.
You
can literally go and you can literally put on Google now and you'll get it.
And just because he says it, he don't want to listen to it. But if NASA or whoever else says it officially, it's the goodness. Yeah. It's the good stuff.
Dodgy's a spangle.
Any of the math. So those are two things that are not being verified. So instead, let's talk about something purely conceptual and intuitive. Why can we see farther with elevation?
You're on the screen. Be careful.
What happened?
I know.
Okay. I was just saying,
this guy's just denying basic math.
I put my own home address on when I didn't realize it, so I was just telling.
I guess you. Good look.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
you know,
let me finish the thing I was
Yeah,
saying.
go ahead. Sorry, Dave. Go
real
ahead.
quick.
So we can't verify any of these numbers. So instead, let's just talk about something very simple and intuitive. If we are looking at something at the horizon, if we go up in elevation, we can see farther. That is not intuitive on a flat Earth because that actually.
What?
Oh boy.
What the
The
fuck?
way Dave is arguing, I could swear he's only got into flat Earth today.
Well, or yesterday, maybe.
Does he
Or-
really think because you lift with elevation, it only shows more on a curve? Is this how idiotic this guy is? Not understanding you see more on a flat Earth. Has he ever put his eyes close to the bottom of a table and then lifted his head up and saw more of the table? Dave.
Whoa.
No wonder why everybody say Witsit demolished Dave. Dave, you guys, now I know why Dave has created more flat earthers.
Witsit
I
didn't
think
even-
Dave's.
Witsit didn't even have to turn up for Dave to get demolished. He's demolished himself.
Yeah, Witsit didn't even have to be there, to be honest.
No.
You got to remember too, Dave's channel is made for kids.
Well, wow.
That's true. That is true, actually.
You know, like it's made for kids. It's not.
Oh, Dave, and this
That's
is exactly
why. That's why you can't debate with actual fact because you know he's spitting bullshit to kids, and a kid's not going to counter him. The fact that he
they
gets
just don't
countered
believe what
by
he says
anybody.
because he's professor. He's professor, so they'll just believe what he says.
Yeah, just like you know every doctor on Nickelodeon. Yeah, sure.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hey,
What's
Flash
up,
Boy,
Roger? Good to see you, man.
You missed one of my super chats.
What? Did I? Let me go back up.
It was way back at the beginning. I just had to come in here. We're going to go straight.
In the beginning, I read the first one.
Yeah, I heard a $2 one.
There was
I read
about
the-
Dave is single. Sorry, girls.
Oh no, that one I missed. Okay, I have to go get it. It doesn't show on my read stream. I'll have to go to the actual YouTube.
I blame
to get it.
YouTube. Yeah.
Sorry
You know,
about
just-
that.
That's no problem, dude. I just had to get it here. He's going to go straight caveman next. He goes, it's ridiculous as hell, dude. I love this show.
You know, I think Dave might have like voice. It's like voice to text on his computer, and he's just carrying on a conversation with ChatGPT, and then just spitting what ChatGPT spits out.
So Dave's a basic zombie.
Roger Ledwell, yeah, there we go. $2. He says, yes, girls, Dave is single.
No, I have Wi-Fi.
Oh, wow.
True. Yeah, and
Oh, man.
I'll let you guys go back to it.
Thank you for the
Yeah,
super chats,
bro.
by the way, man. Really appreciate the support.
And I
You're
honestly
welcome.
wouldn't be surprised if he was chatting like if he was video chatting with somebody, right? And they're typing what he should say next. So it doesn't, so there's no downtime in his stream or his video. Because it's clear he's full of shit. But
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to have to do a part 2 of this, by the way. But unfortunately, we can't do it tomorrow because tomorrow I'm debating FTFE. And then Monday, tomorrow's Monday, and then Tuesdays obviously I've got off, so it'll be Wednesday. I think Wednesday I'll move that other stream we did move to Wednesday. I'll move over, and then we'll do part 2 of this Wednesday.
which one is FTFE? I never remember.
Flat Earth, fight the flat Earth. The idiot that says he was a nuclear engineer on a submarine.
Is a cabin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a potato peeler.
I like potatoes, but
Don't like the peeler.
One that looks like he was born with a jester hat on.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's
the only reason we're going to be debating is because he's become a patron of mine, and it's one of the valuables you get is you'll get a one-on-one with me if you want a month.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. I dig that.
So yeah, he's going to be debating me tomorrow night. It shows you how desperate they are, guys. That because I said I don't find it challenging to debate them anymore. So now he has to pay me to debate him.
It's coming to be just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's like one of those necessary tasks, like wiping. That's like how I look at this thing with Sean Tuesday. I'm like, oh my god, this is what the fuck.
And we still have to review that as well.
Oh,
I was thinking that all these the scriptures that talk about the foundation and the pillars and things like that. We should go through those, and yeah, you should have a video about that. So if they want to say, "Oh, well, we're in the Bible," well, just this video, because we haven't really talked about each one of those scriptures, right? Or have you?
I think we'll go on another 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're going to end the stream. I am still recuperating from last night's Veritas 8-hour stream, so.
Tell me about it.
Oh, the stumped one was back?
No, he wasn't, but we did an 8-hour stream of his documentary. We went from the beginning of his stream right through to the end. We watched the whole 7 hours and 44 minutes of it.
Damn, sorry I missed that.
It was.
I bet you're not. You're not. Honestly, you're not.
I was just gonna
It was.
say.
Yeah, it was hectic.
How do you just sit there and make 8 hours of video in one? That's crazy.
Took him 4 months.
Actually increases the distance to the horizon, right? If you're going up, now there's an additional distance, right? If you get a hypotenuse, that's always going to be longer than the leg there. So why can we see further with higher elevation? That doesn't make any sense.
Because you push out the field of view, Dave. The shape is irrelevant, Dave.
Okay, that's insanely incorrect. So you change your angle of view.
Correct. Okay, so just address the point, right?
I did.
You just
okay,
did.
go ahead.
Within 7 seconds.
Austin,
he made a claim
you're
that
here
it doesn't
and you're
make any
looking
sense.
here.
It's
if you go up,
basic
this is
math.
even farther now.
Jeremy, why do you stop Witsit talking when he's giving his rebuttal, but you don't stop Dave over talking Witsit giving his rebuttal?
Mm-mm.
That's a small fee that
Roger, thank you very much. Oh, LJ, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you very much for your $2 super chat. It says, if FDFE is a nuclear engineer, then I'm 8 feet tall.
Yeah, I can fly.
You rock, LJ. Thank you very much. But you see, you know what FDFE tells me? He teaches physics to kids, to students. So, guys, he actually teaches, he has class, he teaches physics, apparently. So I told him anybody can create an online course.
ChatGPT can make you one.
Uh-huh. The problem is I don't think I would ever go to his online course because I'll be afraid I'm going to end up going out dumber than what I went in.
That's what education
Actually,
is.
you know what? Is it legal to live stream you taking his online course? Like, are you able to stream what's in it?
I don't know the legal issues because it depends if his if the content he's sharing by teaching is private or not. So it depends.
Right.
Probably on what the,
But I'd assume that it's out of a textbook that's public.
I don't know. I wouldn't know because I was actually thinking as a joke I want to act like a Glober and pay for one of his courses. And just see how he tries to teach. Because I've got a feeling it's very basic stuff like, oh, this is F equals MA. Oh, this is the gravitational pull. Oh, okay. I don't need to go get an online course for that. I can just literally type in Google if I wanted to get that.
Right, but it might be interesting to expose the parts of indoctrination that he has in there.
Yeah.
You know, he's got this dream of himself as some kind of a hip young professor, you know, carrying his little leather satchel and that kind of thing. You know, he's,
Yeah,
you
kids
know,
think
even
you're
with the elbow
cool.
patches, he's got this vision of himself like that. And it's just like some fantasy created in that little bedroom in his mom's house. You know, he's not that.
Yeah.
Roger Ledwell, thank you very much for your $2 super chat. He says, I invited him back to finish our conversation. You rock, man. Thank you very, very much. Okay, guys, so I think we're going to end it here.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Jealousy and digs in chat will not be tolerated. I do not care if you are a flat earther, if you think you do more than any other flat earther. I do not give a shite, right? Don't ever come on this channel and disrespect flats like that, because I will not stand for it. I don't care who you are. That's all I had to say.
Well said.
Good said. Yeah, I still don't know what I did to Mikey. I still don't know what I did to Mikey Smith, though.
I don't know, but he's on the verge of being banned by me.
Well, he's asking for it because he keeps coming insulting and saying stuff about me, which I didn't do. So, yeah, Mikey Smith, I got an issue with you at the moment because I'm always sticking up for you. You're always saying idiotic stuff like I'm just a shill and grifting and you do more than me, which is beyond nonsense, by the way. But, yeah, go sit in your toilet and live stream on your toilet if you want. Leave me out of your mouth. How's that? Because I frankly don't care about your jealousy.
But don't say that nobody's had you on their channel when that is complete BS.
He's been on my channel a couple of times. He's been the star guest on my channel a couple of times.
It is
Guys,
pure
that should be fine.
jealousy about money.
Oh, so he's jealous that I get super chats and he doesn't?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you very much for all your super chats. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that actually helps me because this is actually a job. And I don't force anybody to do it. So I do really appreciate everybody's support on this channel. Thank you very much.
That's petty worldly concerns, you know, to let something like that.
Right, I'm going in chat because I'm going to ban him now. Right.
Steer your emotion. You know, you get emotionally stirred over some jealousy over some earthly, worldly bullshit like money. Look, you came in empty-handed, you're going to go out empty-handed too, buddy. It doesn't matter.
Kyle G, check this. Thank you for your £5 which I says FTFE claims to have been a nuclear engineer in the Royal Navy. There is no such job role that exists. Asked to see his dolphin badge. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. He claims to have been a nuclear engineer on a submarine. Yeah, I highly doubt that. But thank you very much for the super chat, Kyle. You rock. Dave, are you having a show tonight?
My son's having a show tonight. I think my son's having a show tonight, so I'm going to probably pop on there. I almost didn't make it here. I've had some kind of a thing with my back hurting and just droopy like for the last day or so. So I might just chill back some more, man. Go back Monday, do my thing, and then of course Tuesdays are big debate with Mr. Sean Hawkins on the Jeranism channel.
Yeah, that's going to be funny. Hopefully this time he'll actually say something, unlike when he came to debate me and he just sat just saying absolutely sweet bugger all. Said nothing.
Yeah, that's it. Then pretend that his mate is broke.
That's fine. I got time. I can sit there and look at him blow on a piece of paper or whatever it is he wants to do.
Yeah, that's it. You can put your feet up and relax your boobs, you know?
Yeah.
Love the t-shirt, man. I love it. The calculator boobs. I used to do that one at school.
It's a Jeep shirt. It's for Topless Tuesdays. And it's for breast cancer awareness and shit. When I bought this, but with cheap people, you know, when it's nice out, it's Topless Tuesday. You take the top down. I haven't done it because I don't want it to rain. I know surefire hell. All I have to do is take my top down. It's going to rain, so I can control.
That's it. Why does the Eclipse comic keep coming in asking if anyone's a lemon pip? What the hell?
I have no idea. From the beginning, that's what he's been doing.
What the hell does that mean? Is anyone a lemon?
Woo! Guys, I've made a whole 21 cents
Nice.
on TikTok since I've started TikTok.
Cool, man. You must
Four
have had
and
that.
16 cents.
You must have got
And
about
after all the deductions, you get a nickel.
So in other words, I can buy a chappie.
That's a whole lot of roses.
Thank you, Mandela, for your £2 super chat. Really appreciate it. Have a small drink on me. Oh, sorry, skint. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the support. You guys rock. Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, you guys have any closing statements? We'll obviously do part 2 then on Wednesday.
That'll be cool. I should be having a morning show, actually, morning stream. I think it's got to be on. It's called the most frightening verse in the Bible, or one of the most frightening verses in the Bible, which is I never knew you. That's pretty frightening. No.
Yeah. A chappie's like a chapstick. It's bubblegum.
That's it. So.
Just one piece.
I don't think you can get one that cheap here now.
It used to be so cheap. I remember the days when we took like 50 cents and we'd get 5 chappies. Now it's like R2 for one.
Well, I remember going down for 25 cents and getting a whatchamacallit candy bar, and them suckers are like $3.50 now.
Wow.
And they ain't even as good as how they used to be.
Yeah. No, everything's got very expensive. I remember with my first car as well. I filled the tank up for like $300. Now, for that same car to fill up, it cost me $980.
Wow. Not good.
Yeah, what? Anyway, thanks all for coming. Really appreciate it. I am off to bed. I need to sleep.
Yeah.
All I do when I still close my eyes is just see Veritas, though. So because remember, today I've also been working the whole day on my documentary. So I've literally been glued on this damn chair for the last how many hours?
Right.
You came on my stream for a little bit. You did that.
Yeah. I tried to listen with the noise of the background as well.
It's all good.
But,
It's a decent stream, actually. It's a good stream.
Yeah, well, it's very good. So you guys, see you all tomorrow night for the debate on with FTFE. And then I'm gonna have an exciting one of that, and then you guys can please support the show. Really appreciate you all. Hit the likes, share the show, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for having such a great turnout tonight. I mean, at one stage we hit like 120 people, which is great.
Yeah, brilliant.
It was really, really good. So much blessings, many blessings for you.